Good afternoon out there. Welcome to Studio 10 for Wednesday, February the 16th of 2022. Rolling through another month already in this new year. Not so new anymore, man. It's just blowing by. Hope you guys are in a good place where you can step in and watch the show. Dave Cooper already in the studio. Miss Kim Jake's already in there. Kim, of course, a contributor to 10-4 Magazine on a monthly basis. Good to have you on there. Maybe we got Jean in studio somewhere. She's watching. I hope so. And all the rest of you as you come on in and join us. We got a great show for you guys today. He's not in the green room yet, so I hope he's not having any trouble getting in there and getting set up. But that's Tony Justice. So a lot of you folks probably out there already know him. And those that don't, we hope to introduce you to him and his music and kind of get you going in that direction of supporting another country music star in the making and everyday trucker. This guy is out there making a living, doing exactly what everybody else does, grabbing a gear and another load and making it from here to there, hopefully safely and in one piece and getting paid for it. So Tony will be in shortly, and once he does jump in, then we'll switch on over to him. Got some great news too. Well, first, let's talk about the contest that we had set up a couple weeks prior. Took us a little bit to get here, but we finally got there. We have a winner, and that is for the Flatbed Red drawing giveaway. Let me bring that on over here so you guys can get a look-see at that. Here we go. Uh-oh. It says what? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Share screen. So not going to share that one with you yet, but I'm going to drop it in here and let you guys take a look. We had a really tough time pulling the winners together on this thing, man. Let me tell you, it was not easy. So what I want to do is show you guys first the guys that came in and didn't get to first place. So our runners up and our first runner up, let me get him over here and set up, is drum roll, please. Doug Cooper and this beautiful cab over Kenworth. I got a feeling we're going to be seeing more of this truck. And let me kind of start off by saying in this contest, when we looked these trucks over, there was some factors that went into this. It wasn't just the picture. It wasn't just the quality of the picture. It wasn't just the truck. It was kind of all that put together. And the winner of this contest, Miss Flatbed Red's going to be drawing your truck. So in order to do that, we do need a good high quality picture. These guys measured up to all the criteria that we set up and put in play to have a winner. So third runner up. All right. Second runner up, I should say. Next, second runner up, Ryan Wichtner. And this Marmon cab over, I mean, you guys got to admit, that is a crazy good looking truck. There's so much going on in this picture. Not only the truck, the sky, the surroundings, just, the full on vibe of this picture. Now, understandably, yeah, there's some filters involved on this picture. It's not just a unretouched photograph. But that being said, believe me, came in close and we had to really, really kind of toss it around to make it where he landed. And that was second runner up. Number one, and this guy sent in two pictures. And so did, in fact, I'll even show you Ryan's other shot. Love that, man. There's a nice tail end Tuesday shot. So you guys will be seeing that, I'm sure, coming up shortly. In fact, just to let you guys know, everybody that entered into it, and we have over 200 entries into the contest. I mean, give us a break, guys. Over 200. That was pretty good. Thank you to everybody that entered. So it didn't make it easy, but this truck definitely showed up and looked great. We're going to put everybody out there. You guys will be seeing all these trucks from that contest coming up soon, and we'll be sharing them there to you. The winner, and I'll give you the winning shot too. Brian Bally, and this obviously is a 379 night shot. We chose this shot for a lot of reasons. We loved that it was a classic 379 combo, 359 actually, and I believe it's a 359. God help me out if it ain't here. If it's, somebody converted something here from a 379 back to a 359. Haven't talked to him yet, but the lights, the sky, the ambient lighting underneath. I mean, it's just kind of badass, guys. Everything about it. It just said, "This is our truck." So, Brian, congratulations! You win the Miss Flatbed Red contest, and this will be a truck. This truck will be drawn for you by Miss Flatbed Red, who we will get on the show once that drawing is complete and make the presentation to Brian. So, Brian, if you're watching out there, I reached out to Brian. I haven't heard from him yet. He's got a pretty shut down Facebook page, so it doesn't allow anybody to request him for a friend. So, if anybody knows Brian, give him a nudge for us, would you? And let him know that he's the winner, and that is the truck. So, congratulations. Incidentally, the daytime show, um, excuse me, the daytime shot. There's the daytime shot, and I'll tell you that shot right there, it was tough. We were tossing them around, and it was tough. It just was a tough one to choose between the two. There was just something about this, the color, the angle, the shot, everything about it. Out there in the snow. I mean, we were, talking about this thing when we were picking between the two of them, and just you could feel how cold it was out there in this photo. So good job, by the way, Brian, on your photography and cool truck. Congratulations. Obviously, cleanliness was not a part of the criteria, but hey, it's in winter, so you're going to have a dirty truck. So congratulations again, Brian. Get a hold of me here at 10-4, and we'll get you straightened out. Looks like Tony's restarting his phone and trying to get things going, so I'm going to try to see what's going on here. And he's telling me that he just can't get a good section, wait a minute. Right as I'm reading that and saying that, it looks like he's trying to get in, so we're just about ready to get him in here. So once he does show up, I tell you what, we'll just grab him and go live with him. So, it's partially connected and maybe not all the way. So, doggone it, boy, we got to have a good connection, and that's everything on this deal. I want to take a time out here just to say hi to everybody over here. Todd, nice to have you on board. Taylor Barker Music, yeah, nice. Glad to have some, the music thing for me. That's great. I'm excited. And there's Tony right there. I'm not even going to waste any time. Let's check him out. Let's see how the connection is and what he sounds like. Coming to you right now, Tony. How we doing over there, bud? Yep, he vapor locked. So he must have a bad a connection, or there's a very little amount of bandwidth available where he's parked at, and that sometimes can happen. So try it again, Tony, and see what happens. Maybe we go into a little side conversation and figure it out. I'm going to let him go right now, and then we'll let him restart and try it over again. So, yeah, darn it. Just hate it when that happens. Yeah, Todd, I talk too much. It's a talk show, bud. What can I tell you? I don't know if you tuned in for music. We're not going to be doing any music. We're going to talk about music. Tony's going to give us a look inside what he does and what he's been doing for his time out on the road in his career. It is a talk show. What can I tell you? But it may not be your thing. So, I don't know what to tell you other than that. Do you have some other stuff going on in 10-4 news? Certainly not without us noticing, and that is what's going on north of the border. Tried to get some of our guys up there that we had on the show previously, and they're not available. They're back to work, and that doesn't mean that they're not supporting the movement and what they're doing up there. That the guy's got 20 trucks in his company, and he's got a few of them back to work. The rest of them are still parked up there right in downtown Ottawa and right in front of the parliamentary building. So believe me, they're in it for the long haul, and they're holding the line. So yeah, all I can tell you is, for those of you that are wondering what's going on, the little bit that I do know is that there is information to be found. There's a lot of information to be found. And I'm going to bring it up over here and show you guys. There's so many sites and groups available. I would assume pick one. You can check our stuff out. I'm trying to fish out the most, I think, informative and accurate. And when you get, guys like this in front of the cameras and they're talking from actual factual knowledge and know what they're doing, those are the guys I want to bring to you. Check these guys out right here. And then these two right here. This guy right here is actually the attorney for the nonprofit who brought the whole thing together. So he's got good information, especially regarding what has happened since yesterday. There have been notes dropped on all the trucks from the authorities, letting them know that, all these different laws that are going into place and things that may happen or may not happen. This attorney right here has explained it very clear and concisely that regardless of what's been said on the paperwork and how they might be bringing in laws to remove the truckers, their right to peacefully protest is still a legal and factual thing. They can still do it. So check that out. That's over on our group, 10-4 Magazine Lounge. Please go over there and join the lounge if you haven't already. Love to have you over there. And of course, always be sure and go over and check out our page and make sure you follow and like the page over there on Facebook. I appreciate that. Shout out to a few more guys that have jumped in. Eric, of course, Valet, good to have you, buddy. Nice to have you. Eric's show's coming up. That is, in fact, part of what we're going to talk about today. I can tell you right now, the list of shows that we have. Go over to our Facebook, our website, 10-4magazine.com, and catch up on all the truck shows and events that are available. Of course, Mid-America coming up. And in fact, some of the big news I had with Tony today was regarding that. And since he's already put it out, let's see if I can't get him right now. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to mute you here and I'm going to talk to Tony. All right, y'all. Listen, we got Tony here on the phone, and unfortunately, the connection that he's experiencing where he's at is just not getting it done. So, guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear Tony in the background. Tony, say hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone.
There you go. Hope you guys can hear him there. Where are you at tonight, Tony?
I'm in Marion, North Carolina at the Loves. Man, I pulled in here and everything checked out and worked great. But the truck stop's filled up since then. I don't know if it's where so many people's on their phone, drivers here at one time or what, but my connection just went down the drain.
Yeah, well, you're getting a lot of hellos from everybody, and the audio's good. So, well, thanks for coming on to the show, and thanks for trying to do the live stream. I would imagine that where you're at, it's just overwhelming on the bandwidth there, and it's probably just getting sucked up, and you can't get out there.
Probably, yeah. Probably so. That's what I'm figuring.
Well, we got a nice looking picture of you from your website there, looking at everybody. So we'll do with that.
If you found a nice looking picture of me, you pulled off some pretty big things there. I've got to congratulate you.
Studio magic, buddy. Studio magic.
There you go.
So listen, man, I'm just getting going on talking about you a little bit, and now that we got you here, let's talk about what's going on with Tony Justice, man. My news feed is just plugged up with Tony Justice news and updates of shows and appearances and songs and music. And let's start off with what's most exciting to you right now. What's happening?
Well, two things are really on the top of my radar right now is the announcement today by Toby Young and the folks at Mid-American Truck Show in Louisville. We're getting to perform on the big stage on Friday night and open up for Clay Walker. And man, what a dream come true. I always been a big fan of Clay Walker's and his music, and it's just kind of hard to believe I'm getting to open up for him, and play the same arena that he's playing. And it's a huge honor, and that happens because of all the people that support me and allows me to be doing what I'm doing. All these drivers out here, it blows me away, the support that we get. And then, so that's cool. That's coming up, March, what's the dates? 25th, 26th, and 27th on Matt's. Is that right?
Matt's is 24th, 5th, 6th. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, Saturday. I'm sorry. No Sunday, just Saturday. Yeah. 24th
Yeah,
through the
so
26th.
the 25th is the night of the 25th is the concert, so that's going to be cool. Of course, we'll be there all 3 days. We'll be set up inside with my merchandise trailer and meeting as many people as we can and shaking hands and thanking everybody. We got a bunch of new merchandise coming out, new designs and stuff. So we're pretty excited about that and just covered up stupid busy. And then in the middle of all this, I've decided to do a truck show. We just kind of started promoting that last week. We're going to do called Large Cars and Guitars. It's down in Kodak, Tennessee. For all the drivers out there, it's exit 407 off I-40. Right behind the Cracker Barrel restaurant, there's a Smokies Stadium right there. It's got all kinds of room. There's all kinds of hotels and places to stay at down there. And we just announced yesterday the Kentucky Headhunters are going to be coming down there and helping us rock the Smokies. I'll be performing before them. We got Taylor Barker, Paul Moorhofer, all kinds of just really good music, some great independent artists. I'm a huge independent I should say, a huge fan of independent artists, the guys that go out here and go at it on their own and don't, a lot of people just can't pack up and go to Nashville and try to get that deal. They got families and jobs, and it reminds me a lot of the situation that I was in, and I was never willing just to, take out to Nashville with my family and have them make a sacrifice to chase my dreams. So I stayed out here working and writing and kind of, found my own way with the good Lord's help. And so those are the two big things on our radar right now. Those are two of the biggest. We're booking shows everywhere. We booked 2 more shows a day. One up, I think, is St. Ignace. Is that correct? Up there in the Upper Peninsula?
I think so. Ignacio or Ignace? Ignacio could be either way, right? Yeah.
Could be, yeah. So folks up there on one of the Highway 80 truck stops, I-70 called us today and booked us. We're just crazy busy, and life is good, and the Lord's blessing us.
You got some comments here that from Taylor Barker Music saying that Clay should be opening for you, brother.
No, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I mean, he's had hits, and he's a suitor, I'm still just a wannabe, so I'm happy. I don't care if I'm playing first or last. To me, that just doesn't play that big a role in my mind. Just getting to perform on a stage on a night like that is I'm super happy with that. And Clay Walker is an amazing talent and a really, really good guy. And the cool story, and this story I'm afraid it's not going to get out very much, is how cheap that he came to. He cut his price way down to be able to come and do this show for the truckers, because he has a huge respect for truckers. And I'm not going to get down to the dollar amount, but he basically come and doing this thing for a lot less than any show he would play, and he's just doing it out of the goodness of his heart. And I think that's super cool that he's doing that, and to hang out with us and perform for the guys and gals to keep this country rolling every day. So my hat's off to Clay for doing that, and I'm proud to be a small part of it, and very, very thankful whether I'm opening or closing or just the clown that runs across in between the acts, runs across the stage,
Well, listen, that humility is everything, Tony, and obviously you've got a lot of respect, and not only for your fellow drivers, truckers that are out there, but for the artists that you're also working with and going to be sharing a stage with here pretty soon. Music's another whole family that you get to be a part of, and I've been involved in the industry for many years, and I'll tell you, it's a special place to be. So congrats on getting that opportunity to be there with some of these guys and create your own presence too. I mean, there's going to be guys coming up behind you, man, that they're going to be wanting their goal is going to be getting up on stage and being able to play, somewhere near Tony Justice too. So your time's coming, bro.
Hey, well, if we get there, that'll be awesome. If not, we're having just an awesome time and feel very blessed to be where we're at. The trucking industry is, I don't think, I would like someone smarter than me to do some research on this, but I'm pretty sure there's not another industry that has had as many songs written about it. And, and it's because there's so many correlations between trucking and life in general. There's uphills in life, there's uphills in trucking, there's downhills in life, downhills in trucking. There's so many comparable things, and I think one of the reasons that made trucking music so successful, especially in the 70s and 80s and 60s, was that relatableness, between the real life and trucking. So to be doing that again, you know, when we got our deal with Pilot, Flying J was the first one to give us a shot. And told us if we'd go cut an album, they'd put it in their stores and see how it done. And when I was talking to the guy, his name was Ed Lady, and I told him, I said, you know, I think the best trucking songs has already been written. So I'm not saying that we got the best trucking songs here, but we've all heard them a million times, and nobody's doing anything new. You know, writing about our way of life, because you know, as you hear people say all the time, it's not just a job; it's a way of life. So to be getting to write about, you know, my life of trucking and putting it out there, and so many other people being able to relate to it, it's the coolest thing in the world, and I'm grateful and thank the good Lord for it every day.
Well, you know, first off, you got to say country music is a platform that's always about stories. I mean, it's just a platform for guys to come up and tell a story, and they can put a beat to it and you know, hit some chords on a guitar. It seems like the easiest stories to tell. I mean, not that the content's not difficult sometimes, because you know there's heartfelt stories, there's emotional stories, there's patriotic stories, there's I got drunk and went to jail stories.
Yeah.
There's all of them. You know, you got a little bit of that and a little bit more of that. So you know, some of my country heroes, man, they're the outlaw guys, and Jerry Jeff Walkers and the Johnny Cash and the you know, guys like that they played to a little bit of a different beat. But that being said, I'm excited for you and everything you got going on, man. You know, and our, you know, meeting, we haven't met yet personally. I've kind of been on the fringe of what you do at the shows, because anytime we get near any music, Facebook, if we're live streaming to it, they just shut us down. So it's a difficult position to be in when we're running through that particular platform. So we need to come up with a better idea on how to, you know, get our live streams out at shows. But until then, we'll just have to be careful and be glad we caught up with you here like we have this time, and look forward to seeing you in the future, especially at Matt's. We're going to be there for Matt's. Are you going to the polls on Saturday night? Do they have you doing anything with that? Are you going to be going to that?
I'm going as a spectator, and I can't wait. I'm a huge tractor pull fan. You know, anything's got to do with hot rods and a lot of power, whether it's dirt track racing or tractor pulls, or you know, I'm all about that. So I'm going, but I'll be just like everybody else. I'll be sitting up there in the crowd with a beer in my hand and a hat on my head and hooping and hollering.
Good.
Pulling for all the Chevy trucks, you know.
Oh no, Ford guys! All the Ford guys just rolled.
Yeah, all the Ford guys been throwing stuff. We have a ball on my social medias going back and all the trash talk between the Ford and Chevy.
Yeah,
it's a good time. Me and Taylor, we stay on each other all the time about it. So, which is cool. It's cool to me. Most everybody gets it. It's just having fun. Me and my dad, we were opposites. You know. Back when he was alive, you know, we was big NASCAR fans, and he'd be pull the Fords more. And he was really happy when the Dodgers come in there, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
I was gonna say, I'm a Dodge guy, so you know what? I don't have nothing against anybody. I'm a Dodge guy, man.
I miss doing that. My dad, I'd give anything if he was here to still do it, because we had so much fun ragging on each other. So I get on Facebook, me and all the Ford guys, we rag, and trust me, whatever I put out there, I get it back tenfold. So
yeah, no doubt.
It's a lot of fun.
Everybody's passionate about whatever their brand might be, and you know, it's just it's funny too, especially, you know, we're starting to see some guys roll some Ford and this and that in there, and talking about Matt's, but everybody's got their favorite brand, you know, and we stay by them, and we die with them, and we live with them. So
yep.
Just like Peterbilt and Kenworth, you know, comes.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. But it's cool. I mean, you know, it's good to see that loyalty out there, and to see that people are loyal. And but at the end of the day, we're all, you know, tractor pull fans, and whatever how it ends up, we're gonna go home saying we had a good time and a good experience.
Well, listen, we can't wait to meet you in person. I know, I'd love to have you come to the 10-4 booth. And Matt's, if you happen to get a moment or two and are able to do that, we'd love to be able to have you drop by and say howdy to all of us over there. I personally will be out and about live streaming from the show, so maybe I'll drop by and see you. I would think that would work out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be, like I said, we're going to have our merchandise trailer set up in. I don't have the booth number yet, because it's all kind of part of the contract and the rider for the show. But I think it's going to be back in the food court area, which we'd sit up there once before, which is really, really great location, because it's a truck show and there's food right there. So we get a lot of traffic, the foot traffic to there, people going to eat. And so once I find out the booth number, I'll send that to you, and we'd love for you to come by and I'm sure we'll put our schedule up. It's Misty's working on that, my wife, and so we'll have the times when we'll be there. We're able to do something. So come
Good deal.
on by. We'll get it worked out.
Good deal. Well, and what we talked about earlier, we'll follow up with you on that. I talked to our editor Dan, and he's on board for some support and working with you on the upcoming show there in the Tennessee Smoky Mountains, right?
Yeah. Yep. Large Cars and Guitars, Kodak, Tennessee. It's a Sevier County, so easy to find. Easy, just right off the interstate. And should be a great time. We got a bunch of really cool things we're working on for that show. So hopefully a bunch of people can come out and have a good time with us.
Good deal. Well, I've had your website up here going the whole time. So everybody, obviously, if you haven't noticed, it's TonyJusticeMusic.com. Of course, Tony, you're on Facebook, Instagram, looks like Twitter and YouTube. I know you got a big presence on YouTube. In fact, I'll bring up your YouTube channel. So it looks like a benefit for the show is going to be Susan G. Komen. So you're a big fan of supporting the breast cancer awareness and helping them out?
Yeah, I mean, it's after Misty's battle with breast cancer in 2019, it's it's just a charity that's come close to our heart, and so we're wanting to. They've done a lot of things to help us out, and we want to just kind of give back a little bit. And of course, we had the song "War Paint" that I wrote that just kind of a tribute to my wife and her battle, with breast cancer. So the folks at Susan G. Komen heard the song and just fell in love with it, and are using it on a national campaign. So first turn around and try to pay them back and raise some money and some awareness is a pretty cool deal that we're excited about doing.
Good deal. One more thing I wanted to talk about. You lent your song off your new album there, 18 Years to Life. You Last of the Cowboys is on that video that's been making its way around supporting the convoy, the Canadian convoy of freedom. So congrats on that. You gotten some good feedback on that?
Well, I mean, congrats to them. To me, I got a hold of a guy named Ryan Piana, and he's a good friend of Gary Jones. Gary Jones turned me on to him, and he's a video editor guy. And that thing was starting to gain some momentum, and I was really had a lot of respect for the way they organized. They had a clear, consistent message. Everybody was standing shoulder to shoulder, not worried about who's in front or behind somebody. They got funded. So I was really impressed with the way that they organized and what they were doing. So I got a hold of Ryan. I'm like, look, let's try to capture some video. I did a TikTok video asking for, and I actually put my email out to the public. Like, hey, if you guys are up there, you're in the convoy, send us some footage. I got an editor. He's going to put some stuff together. I like to do a little something just to pay tribute, to show my respect for what you guys are doing. So we got tons of video. I didn't get to use a lot of what was sent to us, but we used as much as we could. Ryan did an amazing job of editing that footage, and we put that thing out there, and it just, that's over 3 million views now. It's like, what, 2.5, 3 weeks or whatever since we put it out. So, but it wasn't about me. I wasn't trying to promote my music. There's no links to it. We didn't use any of the footage, from the live footage, me performing live with my ugly mug up there. So it was just the song. What the song said, the last of the cowboys. The working class people. So many people can relate to that. Not just truck drivers, but farmers, oil field workers, just the blue collar hard work, the people that keep this country rolling day in and day out. And so to have that song, to be some small part of the greatness that they did and dedicate it to them was just an honor for me to be able to do that. And that whole video and the song, that was for them. It had nothing to do with me. Hopefully it got more eyes on what they were doing, and with as many views and shares as it has, I know it helped out and helped promote what they were doing, and that's all I wanted to do. It wasn't about me at all, and it's pretty cool to have one of my songs be a part of that movement, because they've done an amazing job up there, and what they've accomplished. Those ripples are going to be far-reaching. They already got some mandates dropped up in Canada, even though it may not be from all the way throughout the whole country, but in a lot of provinces they dropped the mandates. I think they've got governments worldwide. I've been watching the news that are looking at a lot different on how they mandate things, not being as strict. So they have won that deal up there as far as I'm concerned, and they represented the truckers amazingly in the trucking industry. So, well, what an awesome job they've done, and my hat's off to them. And that song was for them. It really didn't have nothing to do with me.
Well, I think well done to everybody involved, and the fact that it's gotten out there and been shared as much as it has. It has been out doing what it was meant to do, and that's causing awareness, I think. And God bless those truckers, the brothers and sisters up there doing what they're doing. And I've been saying it all along. I hope they get done what they intended to and have the best possible outcome with all their efforts.
Absolutely. I mean, it's I've been following along, and they've just done a great job, and they don't have nothing. If it all ended tomorrow, they've won. I hope that they realize that, and that they moved the needle and got a lot of people's attention, and they did it in a very professional way, and that's pretty impressive.
Yep, I agree. Well, let's close on this. I want everybody to know for sure how to follow you. Get out there on Facebook, and I'll tell you, if your news feed's like mine, you're going to be seeing a lot of Tony Justice out there. There's a lot of stuff going on with you, so check back and see what the latest news and information is. Of course, Matt's, we're all looking forward to that coming up here in March. That's going to be the big kickoff of the truck show season, and we're going to talk more about shows here in a minute after we let Tony go. So I know you want to get home, and you're just kind of hanging around to talk to us. So safe travels to you. Keep the shiny side up there, my friend, and look forward to seeing you in Louisville.
Hey, we look forward to it. Thanks for having us on. Hello to everybody out there. Thanks for all the listeners. I know probably 99% of them are truck drivers, and just know you guys are appreciated for what you do, and man, it's very awesome to share the road with all of you, and y'all speed safely out there, and hopefully we'll see everybody at Matt's or at the Large Cars and Guitars event.
There you go. Give them a shout out on the road, guys. You going? What's your handle out there on the road?
I go by Road Show on the CB, but I think most people, they know my truck because they'll holler at me, "Is that Purgatory over there?" So I'm second to Purgatory in any kind of status. So just whatever you feel like calling me. But I go by Road Show, and we get a bunch of people hollering at us every day out here, and it's pretty cool to get to talk to people and see different people out here on the road. That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. Well, it's been fun talking to you, Tony, and getting to better know you. Appreciate you here at 10-4 and all that you do for the industry, for the guys and gals behind the wheel, and for the music you're putting out, man. Keep it going in that direction, and stay safe.
All right, buddy. Thanks for what y'all do. I appreciate that, and I appreciate what you guys do. God bless everybody.
Right on. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Simple.
All right, guys. There you have it, man. Tony Justice, unfortunately didn't get the video side of things from him. Just wasn't meant to be, and sometimes technology lets us down like that. So what are you going to do? I want to bring you up over here on something else while we got it up, and that is the truck shows and events. And again, can't say enough for everything that he's done, Tony is doing and has done to promote the industry and make us all look good. Tony, thank you for that. Appreciate you doing what you do. There's a lot of guys out there, and everybody does whatever their part is, and that means a lot. It all adds up. I think that the folks doing what they're doing in this Freedom Convoy, I have seen and heard nothing but positive. So how can you go wrong? How can you go wrong in a deal like that? And guys like Tony out there doing what he's doing, same deal. How can you go wrong? Be sure and check out all of his videos and performances that he has posted over on his YouTube channel, because it's all there and it's all free. So go check it out. Let me switch over here. I want to give you guys something to look at. The truck shows that are coming up, of course, starting with Matt's Mid-America, March 24th through the 26th. We are in the North building and in our usual exact same spot. So we'll be right there for you to be able to, to be able to share all the good, cool swag that we have. Also have something up right now. I just brought it up here. Give me a second to come back to you. Where did I go? Where am I? I'm lost. I'm lost in my own show. There we go. You guys are seeing this really cool free admission online ticket. This is a ticket that we'll be putting into any new subscribers. If you are a new subscriber, and that means now you got to get this here before we take off and disappear and go to Louisville. But get this, you'll get a ticket with the subscription. This is a free admission to Mid-America Truck Show 2022, and this is the 50th anniversary show. So get yourself a subscription. That's 12 editions, 1 year, one magazine per month. And as always, like I say, magazine comes shipped to you directly from our printer, and it is encapsulated or enclosed in a pure clear plastic jacket or sleeve so that it is in perfect condition like the day it came off the press. So get yourself signed up. It's the best way to get 10-4 magazine. If you can't, get out to a place that is distributing our magazine. Dan the Man, not just new, existing as well. So there you go. Right on. Our existing guys, there it is. There's the up-to-date and accurate statement. You just need to sign up by March 1st. That's what I was trying to get out there, Dan. I knew I was in there rattling around in my brain somewhere, but I wanted to make sure I got that graphic up because it is such a nice looking ticket, and it definitely represents the 50th year celebration of the Mid-America Truck Show. So hope to see you all out there on that, and that is coming up again, March 24th through 26th. Team 10-4, of course, will be on site during the entire show. We actually land on the ground on Tuesday, and we'll be there through Monday. So we've got a busy show set up and a lot going on. We can't wait to see what's going to be happening down there. So much. Can't wait to do the convoy around the grounds there that gets done every year. Chris Fife started some years ago, and they actually have that scheduled on their calendar of events now. So a little bit of a close call going to be Saturday with that, and then the pulls that are going on Saturday night too. So going to be a busy weekend. Out here on the West Coast, as we wind through the truck show season, the first one that we're going to have happening over here is going to be the second annual Frenchie's Truck Jamboree, May 20th through the 22nd. Team 10-4 will be there for that. For sure. We'll be live streaming from on site from the show up there in Tehama County, which is Red Bluff, California. And then the next West Coast swing is going to be the Souza Memorial Truck Show on June 24th through the 22nd. And that is going to be in the Merced County Fairgrounds. My understanding now is they have a full-on truck rodeo going to happen. So I'm understanding it's going to be a hay squeeze competition, transfer, whatever else they got in play for that. That should be exciting. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. And the big show for 10-4 magazine, of course, taking over Trucking for Kids, is going to be the Trucking for Kids Show and Drags, September 11th in Irwindale at the Irwindale Speedway in California here. And that is, again, September 11th. Going to be a big day for celebration. We're going to be definitely talking about our favorite people, the first responders out there, and everything that they do and have done for us, keep them in front of us and in our hearts and minds, and keeping us safe by everything they do. So we love to have those guys there. It's going to be a big night Saturday night there too, with their stuff going on there at the track itself that, we have nothing to do with aside from being there on property. But as things develop, we'll get more information and be sure to have everything out there for you guys so you can get signed up. Pre-show registration and all that kind of stuff will be happening soon as we get things all worked out. In fact, I think if it's more official now than I think it's been so far. We just kind of leave you with that. All right. Any other stuff that's out there right now? Again, the winner, I want to thank Brian Bally, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And again, he is our winner for the Flatbed Red, and I want to bring that up again, contest. And it wasn't a photography contest. It was a contest, however, for the best looking truck to draw. He's our winner, and he will be getting drawn by Flatbed Red, Miss Flatbed Red. And we talked last night. We're excited that she's going to be able to work with this truck. And again, anybody out there, let us know. Walcott and other trucks that I didn't mention, don't be disappointed. If I didn't mention them, that doesn't mean that we're not going to be there. There are going to be some of the Team 10-4 players and members out at these shows. And pretty much, I'll tell you, we cover probably more than we don't, whether it's a contributor or multiple contributors. Eric Hill, of course, is out at shows, and in tandem sometimes. You got Stephanie Haas out there covering shows sometimes at the same time as Eric and other times separate. We have other people out there that are covering our shows. Team 10-4, when I say that, that's usually consistent of myself and Dan and Chan, Tim and April, Eric, those main players, and Stephanie is, of course, part of the team as well. So, yeah, those are the big, those are the full team member players that would be out. And on the West Coast, it's easier for us because we're a West Coast based publication that we can be out here on this West Coast swing. So it's exciting for us to have that many shows to be able to bring the whole gang out to and represent. That's something special. With the cost of airfare right now, if you guys only knew how much we had to pay to get out just to this first show, it's absolutely, let me just tell you, it's double what it normally was and has been. So we haven't been out there for 2 years. Obviously it was canceled for 2 years. So in 2 years time, it's doubled. Don't know if that's just going to be a one-time this year thing, or if that's a, hey, thanks to, some president guy thing. But it is what it is now. And man, it's going to be crazy. So exciting to know. Yeah, Shannon stepped in there. More details to come about the show. Obviously, speaking of Trucking for Kids on September 11th. Yeah, there's a lot of details that are going to be coming out about that show and things that'll be needing to get shared with y'all, so everybody has the best opportunity to not only participate but to be there and show up on Sunday and enjoy everything. Appreciate that, Shannon, for putting that there. Danny Kimball in the house. Nice to have you, buddy. Cindy, right on. Everett, I don't know if I caught you there, but and Everett, your truck was in the running, man. There was a lot of trucks that below those three that were the top three that were real close. It was not easy. I mean, it was not easy picking these trucks out. And there was three of us, Flatbed Red, her husband Chris, and myself, that kind of went through it all, and it was tough. Hey, yeah, Cindy. So that is correct. Trucking for Kids, one day only, September 11th. Not as many details right now as I'd like to have, so stay tuned. We've had some discussions about some possible things that can be worked out regarding Saturday. I just don't have those details are not in concrete yet. I don't have the lead pipe lock on that yet. As soon as we do, we will let you know first. Everybody here is going to know first, and then the website will, of course, by that time be up and be available. You guys can go over to Trucking for Kids on Facebook, please, and like and follow the page there. There will be a lot of information and stuff going on once we have more of that to share with you. Right now, we just don't. So it's a process, and same folks have been, running that show for 40 years, and it's been a process just getting everything done correctly, one step at a time along this journey, and making sure that all of our stuff is in order. So, and of course, working with the track and making sure everybody at the track is on board, and they are definitely on board with the show, and we're excited to be working with them. So look forward to all of that. And again, just stay tuned. More will happen as we get rolling with it. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm about out for today. I appreciate Tony showing up and making the show. Doggone it, darn technology let us down again. And you get in situations where you just can't get all the flow and the show that you want from a video stream. It just doesn't happen. But you know what? We do what we can. Also, hey, you know what? Just wanted to, kind of reiterate this. We've had some people make comments over on Instagram that maybe we're not doing enough with this whole convoy thing. Listen, we're doing a bunch, the straight up truth is this, if we don't stay kind of in the middle on this thing, we don't want to be shut down. And that comes from, of course, the platform that we utilize. And it's not just Facebook. We use YouTube as well. But bottom line is, we're not a news source. We're the hot rod magazine of trucking. We're the cool guys hang out, and we want to keep it that way without getting too much commentary and political stuff going on. So we support the brothers and sisters and the convoy and their efforts, and hope for the best possible outcome to be resolved from this. And we support them. We've been doing what we can over here. Live streaming it. I've even made some announcements on Instagram but there's some folks that never leave Instagram, I guess, and they don't see what we're doing anywhere else. So get the word out there, let people know, get in those conversations when somebody says shame on us. Well, it ain't so. You know what we do? We do a good job. I'm proud to say that 10-4 is doing a good as job as possible to get that information out. Go to our group, go to the 10-4 Magazine Lounge. You'll see more of that kind of stuff shared because the members in the group, they can share what they want, you know, as long as it stays within the rules of the group, and it's informative, it's valuable, and it's trucking related. I mean, that's number one criteria right there. All right, y'all. Take care. Keep the shiny side up. Look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. If anything special comes up, we'll get live with you. I will be stepping in over on the Instagram live side every now and then just to kind of do a little bit of a bumper and promo for what we're doing everywhere else. It's a little bit more difficult to get out to you guys on Instagram than what we do right here, but we'll definitely do what we can to make it available to you. Thanks to Jesse's Trucks, of course, for sponsoring the show tonight. Be sure and check out his latest creation. And I got a shot of that truck right here I want to share with you before we go on. It is right here. And that is JES4. That truck is the truck available, and that is a 1995 Peterbilt 379 extended hood and $10,000. All you need to do is go to jessestrucks.com and enter. Buy some swag and keep looking at their Facebook page, because that's where he announces all of the different promotions that he has going on regarding this truck. And what I mean by that is he does bonus buys where every dollar spent gets you not just one entry, but maybe 5 or maybe 10 or maybe 20. And I think he even did up to a 30 bonus entry during the holidays or the new year, where if you spent $1, you got 30 entries into the drawing for the truck and the money. So that's a 90, and that truck is completely gone through. It is not some piece that they just rolled in and threw paint on. They go through the whole truck. You got to go to their Facebook page. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Thank you, Jesse's. You guys take care. We'll talk to you soon. Thank, of course, to Tony Justice. Appreciate the heck out of you, brother. Look forward to seeing you soon too. Take care.